Good morning, everybody. This is Robin Johnson, your independent presidential candidate. So, when a person tells you you've got to be serious, why wasn't he serious with the WHO and doing some real strong research into the problems with the mRNA vaccine? This serious guy, the one that's very serious, that needs 26 National Assembly members to so as a team so he can debate. That is the most pathetic excuse I've ever heard from a politician or president, because they've got nothing. They're afraid and they can't answer real questions, such as the WHO. Let me make it very clear to all of you. The mRNA vaccine is the most dangerous substance that could be in your body today. The most dangerous, because you will, depending on the batches, you will suffer comorbidities. Everything that's related to this vaccine and people suddenly dying, myocarditis, mRNA vaccine. Turbo cancers or cancers that reoccur suddenly and people that thought they were cured, mRNA vaccine. People who die of cardiac arrest will have had the vaccine, 1, 2, or 3. So now they're going to have this new scary thing, like they brought in, when they did monkeypox. Because monkeypox failed to frighten everybody, they're bringing in this new strain of COVID. But what they don't tell you is that it's like a flu. You know, every year they have flu injections because there's a slightly different flu. There's a stomach flu, there's this flu. So but COVID, or see, if you still believe in it, has different strains. As they proved, variants, they've got this variant, that's why you need boosters. So they lie all the time. They want to finish off their old stock. Remember, there was one vaccine, you had to be kept in a special condition like -40 for it to work. Where's all that gone? How all of a sudden have they created a vaccine that doesn't need to be kept in a -40 environment so it keeps it safe? Why is it they don't tell you that they've got so many strains of DNA, fragmented DNA, which is allowed in vaccines to a very, very small percentage, so it doesn't interfere with your genes or anything like that in your body, okay? Why isn't it they don't tell you that this affects those things? Why don't they tell you that the spike proteins are very dangerous? Why don't they tell you that this mRNA vaccine creates so much damage that you get blood clots? Blood clots. I think people are beginning to understand that there is blood clots and that it needs to be investigated. Why isn't it that the people who do embalming when at the mortuaries, that when they try to pump in embalming fluid, they can't get it into the bodies because of these calamari clots? All these things, if sabug chiseye, si chiseye, ako si paget sa keksos. You've got a Minister of Health who's got a nursing license, probably wasn't the best nurse anyway, and who believes strongly of the WHO and their science. But nobody understands that their science is killing everybody. There's been over 17 million deaths from the mRNA vaccine worldwide. Laosi, Nunpeji, Jimun. And people are getting sick by the day. People are getting their legs cut off. People are getting, and then they'll say, oh, but it's diabetic. They say, oh, you're a diabetic. But the mRNA vaccine increases the chance of your to get diabetes. What I'm saying to everybody, I don't want to get into the details and all that. Take it from me, somebody who has not been vaccinated, somebody who has had this COVID. Well, I didn't smell anything. I mean, so I presume I had COVID, but I think it was just the flu, because COVID le COVID it's sorti. Be flu kotin sorti. Kotinale. Flu. Person even pangain flu. Be flu ika this flatline. Flu this ika more. Baka more. They were saying what the COVID was the flu. The flu and the COVID, same thing. See, you build up the stress of a human or build up the stress of an animal. For more. So stay inside, put your mask on, do this, do that. Mess up everybody's life. Speaking lies, saying that the truth is a lie. The truth is a lie. They make the truth a lie. They censor the truth. They take you off they put you in jail like Facebook. They kill your channel like YouTube. These are all the people who don't want the truth. Who don't want the truth. You know, I mean, YouTube, lekker qui fait YouTube. Ça d'allant avec Elon Musk aussi. Those are the ones that did it, because Elon Musk went one way and his friends went the other way. But the same people, when the same people that started PayPal, one's got YouTube and the other one's got now Twitter. You know, like I always say, Bill Gates is about killing the population of the world, and Elon Musk is about replacing it with robots. They work hand in hand, you know. And then when Elon Musk couldn't get his way, he fait caca avec Trump. So now all the Democrats are happier. But anyway, you'll see. Trump has reasons, and he does things for a reason that you will all know. You will all know later on. But don't try to read Trump, because if you try to read Trump, you're going to fall over. This guy's a chess player. Every move is calculated. But we have couillons in our government. We have people that are blind to what the international scenario is. They're prostitutes, because the whole of all the African politicians, except for what's his name from Burkina Faso, the rest of them are all prostitutes. They sell themselves, so they get money, and it's all about money. It's about corruption. It's about power. It's not about the people. Papu pupepsa, zispu elite, ban elite. Like I told you, look at all these M&As. Zot pe travail pour pay zot pension. When they leave the National Assembly, or when Wavell finishes 5 or 10 year term, or whatever he does, you guys are going to be spending the rest of your life until you're 65 paying for his pension. Is that fair? Or would you prefer to see them start getting their pensions like everybody else at 65? So all Seychelles are in the same boat. Why should they have privileges when they have given us nothing? When they have decided to murder the population with their vaccines, with the help of the WHO? Of course. You know? Think. You need to think. All the other recycled politicians never talk about this, because si zot cause avec Lola, zot pou paye l'argent, man. Yo pa pou gagner l'argent. Zot pou paye so pension. But moi, I don't take pension and I don't take Social Security. I don't take it because they refused to give me my pension. Mochi pay taxman, because mochi fair business mozi. Oh, you don't have enough time to, you didn't do your 10 years and all that. But man, the amount of money that I did pay in a little bit in pension, all right, how much do you think we've been giving to this government? They're the breadwinners and we're the losers. So I said, if you can't, if you don't, if you can't, if the government can't recognize its responsibility towards its citizens, I don't want it. But don't come and ask for tax money from me, man, because you're already taxing me every month because you're not paying me what you owe me. So I'm paying taxes. That's a tax. When I don't take it, it becomes a tax. You understand? And then we talk about the Ministry of Land Transport putting on a tariff on on all the campaign and the candidates. And the new candidates have to fork out 25,000 rupees deposit. And then you go and pay the deposit to the land transport, because if you don't take your signs down after a certain period of time, they're gonna keep that money. So what is to stop them, because they don't want to pay the money, to go and put one sign up, take a picture and say, look, you didn't take your sign down. It's open to corruption, sir. But when you have a government that's totally corrupt and then moves all the goalposts, so they're not the same. It's not the same playing field that they had. SNP was fighting a lot for a level playing field, and when they become LDS, is it a level playing field now? Is it a level playing field? No. Zot met barrier after barrier after barrier. And do you think I'm going to pay this 25,000 rupee deposit? If you think you can come and get it, come and get it. Tony Dejac, vin code moi pour 25,000 rupees, but bring your receipt book. Okay? And whoever invented that stupid regulation, what about the Ministry of Health? What about Ministry of Tourism? What about all the other ministries putting in their little tariffs against new candidates? What's to stop them? Nothing. Because they want the barriers up. They don't want to lose the elections. Nobody believes in the LDS anymore, or US, or the recycled politicians. I know because I talk, and I don't talk, I go and listen. And when you go and listen to them, it's a wake-up call to Seychelles or see, because they're the ones that run the economy. Those are the small business owners who struggle in Seychelles. And our government and our people and our parties and all these other people don't care about them, because they just want them to work so that people in power, can collect their pensions. This is not a democracy in Seychelles. This is just a feeding frenzy of greedy, lazy politicians who want the limelight and think they're doing great. They're not doing great. They're protecting their own industry. They're protecting their own small business, political small business, and they collect the pension before anybody else in Seychelles. These are criminals. These are crooks. They don't believe in you. They believe in themselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I say to you, it is your responsibility when you go and vote to balance the National Assembly, to balance politics in this country. If you balance National Assembly, balance the National Assembly, how do you balance it? U met a tick for US, u met a tick for LDS. Or you make a tick for LDS and you make a tick for US. Or you choose an independent presidential candidate and then you choose anybody in the National Assembly. Ipusaya sa. You know why? Ako ipusaya? Because the guy E.G. Ipasaya is in a hurry to be a globalist, and he loves to be he loves to be in the limelight. He wants to go and rub shoulders with big people, but what does he do? What does he do? Nothing for the Seychelles. So this is what I'm saying. You, as a citizen, should balance your vote. If you vote for one side, don't vote the other way. Give it a test. Democracy always needs to be tested. Don't lien sens pour sa balance. Donzo des sens for all of you, for tous ces ça. On n'a pas de problème avec US. On n'a pas de problème avec Keith Andre and those people who want this pour entrer dans la National Assembly. On n'a pas de problème ça. And the other independent candidates running for the National Assembly. N'a pas de problème ça. Those are more patriotic people. Yanaji Moon, Ipeji Tuti Moon, independent i passe here. Anu fairly get bien. Make him open his bloody eyes and leke piseye. Montrez-lui leke piseye. Ça même me Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I believe in Seychelles. I believe in the Seychelles people, and I think the Seychelles people need more rights in their country, not from outside forces and losing our sovereignty. Merci beaucoup. Thanks very much. Have a great week and catch you soon. Bye.